Let's jump right into this explainer on Shortfall Collect. Look, if you work in a medical practice, you already know the massive headache that comes with patient billing, right? It's like this endless maze of guesswork, delays, and just frustrating administrative friction. Well, today, we're looking at a platform that's designed to completely eliminate that friction. We are exploring the Automated Medical Revenue Blueprint. This is a system that fundamentally changes how practices handle that annoying gap between what doctors charge and what medical aides actually pay.
The core promise here? Absolute liberation for your practice. They're talking about turning a patient's unknown shortfall into guaranteed automated revenue. And the kicker? No chasing payments, no sending invoices. Just think about that for a second. No more of those awkward front desk conversations where your staff is literally just guessing what the patient might owe. And, thank goodness, no more endless debt chasing down the line. It's all about taking that unknown, stressful variable and making it guaranteed.
Okay, so here's our roadmap for today. First, the end of chasing payments. Number 2, instant calculation and consent. 3, fast and automated payouts. And finally, number 4, seamless tracking and reconciliation. We're going to walk through these 4 stages so you can see exactly how effortlessly this works in the real world.
Let's start with Section 1, the end of chasing payments. The old way is dead. Sending out invoices 30 days after a procedure and just crossing your fingers hoping for a bank transfer. Yeah, that simply doesn't work anymore. Let's look at how this system secures guaranteed revenue right from the get-go.
The whole thing follows this really clean 5-step flow. It takes us from the exact second the patient walks into the practice for check-in and estimation, straight through to patient consent, then the payment request, the automated payout, and finally, reporting. It's literally a straight line from your waiting room directly to the money landing securely in your bank account.
Moving to Section 2, instant calculation and consent, fixing the problem at the point of care. The huge realization here is that transparency at the front desk solves the payment problem before the patient even sees the doctor. Because, let's face it, if you fix the problem at the point of care, you don't have a problem to chase 60 days later.
Picture this scenario. A patient walks in for a procedure. Let's say it's an EMRI, procedure code 1234. During check-in, your receptionist just selects that code on the dashboard. Instantly, the system contrasts the doctor's fee, let's say it's R4000, against the known medical aid tariff, which is R2500.
And boom, the result is immediate. The system instantly identifies the exact R1500 shortfall gap. No mental math, no calculators required by the receptionist. The doctor's dashboard just straight up says, estimated patient liability, R1500. The unknown becomes known right there on the spot.
That means absolutely no more guessing. You enter the service and the shortfall is instantly calculated based on your specific fee and the medical aid tariff. You eliminate those unknowns immediately. And honestly, this gives your front desk staff so much confidence. They aren't fumbling with spreadsheets or making educated guesses anymore. They have the exact number, completely backed by data.
So, what actually happens with that R1500? Well, next the patient receives a prompt. This could be right there on a tablet at reception or even sent as an SMS link directly to their phone. They see that clear, transparent amount of R1500. From there, they agree to a payment plan. Maybe it's a recurring monthly deduction of R500 a month for 3 months. They punch their card details into a PayFast pop-up, and the entire security and PCI compliance process, meaning real bank-level data protection, is handled automatically.
Once they hit submit, they get this nice success screen. You've authorized automatic payments, no invoices, no reminders. For the patient, it's super clear and totally stress-free. And for your practice, it means the administrative burden of invoicing is officially over. Nobody has to remember to email this patient next month. Nobody have to call them to follow up. It is locked in.
This provides just an immense amount of emotional and operational relief. The patient signs once, and all that friction is just completely gone. Because the security is handled externally by PayFast, your team never has to touch, store, or even worry about sensitive credit card details.
All right, Section 3, fast and automated payouts, speeding up your cash flow. Let's get to the really exciting part and see how that authorized consent actually turns into real money in your pocket and how it dramatically speeds up your cash flow.
When the doctor or practice manager is finally ready to collect the funds, they just pop open the doctor's portal and navigate to the new payment request screen. And this system is incredibly smart. It auto-suggests the patient's name based on that earlier check-in. The requested amount is already pre-filled, your practice bank account is already verified. So what do you actually do? You just hit one single button, request payout.
You literally only click one button to say, hey, release the money we already collected. This completely flips the traditional billing model on its head.
Historically, practices just sit around waiting for the medical aid to process and pay their portion before they even attempt to collect the shortfall from the patient. But here, you are no longer waiting on the medical aid's timeline. The money is already secured. You just have to release it.
Less than 48 hours. I absolutely love this number. I really want you to focus on this because it represents a massive contrast to the industry standard. In the traditional medical billing world, you're waiting weeks, sometimes months, to see a dime of that patient shortfall. But here, we are talking about a turnaround time of under 48 hours.
Let's look at the actual timeline to see just how fast this moves. If you click that Request Payout button at 9 a.m. on a Monday, PayFast automatically transfers the funds from the patient's card to your system. By 9 a.m. on Wednesday, or hey, sometimes even the very next day, those funds are sitting directly in your practice's bank account.
The bottom line here is that the money leaves the patient's account monthly, and within 48 hours of your request, it is in your bank account. Not 30 days, not 60 days. This drastically accelerates the financial heartbeat of your practice. It completely eliminates that standard 60-day delay that stifles cash flow and honestly makes running a medical practice so incredibly stressful.
Okay, Section 4, Seamless Tracking and Reconciliation. Total peace of mind. So we've collected the money, and we've paid it out quickly. Now let's see how the software ties this whole thing together into a clean, totally stress-free resolution for the practice manager.
Instead of digging through messy spreadsheets at the end of the month, you get this beautiful analytics dashboard. It neatly tracks literally everything you need to know, the total shortfall collected this month and any pending patient agreements. But here is the real magic. If a payment fails, you don't have to hunt it down. The system automatically retries the card and notifies the patient for you. You get to see exactly who paid, who failed, and when the money arrives, with zero spreadsheets. The real value here is absolute clarity and the complete elimination of manual reconciliation work for your staff. They can stop playing accountant and get back to focusing on patient care, knowing that the platform is handling the entire life cycle of the shortfall. Having seen how effortlessly this system calculates the exact shortfall at check-in, secures patient consent instantly, releases funds in under 48 hours, and perfectly reconciles the data on a clean dashboard, well, it leaves us with one incredibly important question to consider for the future of your practice. Why are you still waiting 60 days to get paid? It is definitely time to rethink the blueprint. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.